Well, good morning, everybody. Today we're gonna have a little look at bringing in some of our basic constructions like tangents. Okay. Now, first of all, we'll look at what a tangent is. We'll look at two methods to draw them, and then we're going to want to do some practice. So, if we look at a tangent is basically a line that touches a circle only once. Okay. So again, this little sphere is sitting on the table. The table is a tangent there. This one is the face of the golf club. We're going to talk about the point of contact, which is just the single point where it touches it. And we'll also talk about a normal. Now, a normal is a line that's 90 degrees to the tangent. You can see that little symbol there means 90 degrees, so a right angle. Okay, so first of all, we'll do our first little drawing here. Now, a small little tip when you're drawing circles and so on. Okay, this one is going to be a tangent to a point. Let's make sure we're on. There we are. To a point. And this is going to be on the circle. Now, we'll just lock in our focus here so it doesn't keep jumping on you. Okay, when you're drawing your little circles, it's kind of useful if you just very quickly draw the horizontal and vertical line there, because it's really easy to find that point, okay, once you've got it drawn. But it's much harder to go back and figure it out and look for the little hole in the page. So it's just a small thing. So we'll stick this in here. We're going to draw a circle. Okay, any old size there. Mine looks like it has a radius of about 40 mil. Yep, just under 40 mil. So there's a little circle. And we're going to say I would like a tangent to a point P. So there's my random point. It's on the circle. So this is our easiest one. Okay, in this case, what we're going to do, step one, go P to the center. So we'll draw a little line from P to the center. And there it is there. See, it's really easy to find the center now because I can see those lines. Okay, so this is our line. We'll give this a little color here. I think our normal is going to be orange for the day. Okay, so that is my normal. And of course, since our tangent is perpendicular to that, we can just go and get a tangent. So I'll pop the t-square out of the way. And I'm going to do this as sliding set squares. So we'll set them up like that, because I want to use that 90 degree there. So we'll put that edge on it, slide along here, and there's my tangent. I'll draw tangents today in a lovely green color. Tangent. So that one's pretty straightforward. Now, we're going to move on to a slightly trickier one in a moment, where we are looking to a tangent to a point off the circle. There we are, which is also off the page, ironically. Now, I'll do that construction here in a moment, but we need to just do a bit of a recap. So we'll box that guy off there here. And this is just a little bit of a recap on properties of a circle. What I'm going to do is, again, we'll draw ourselves a small little circle down here. This is both maths and drawing. So let me just see, that's about what I'll fit onto this page here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to draw a small little circle. You can do this a bit bigger, it's just I don't want to go off the page for you guys. There we are. Now, if I have a little triangle in here, my triangle goes from one end of the axis here. So, there we go. So one edge of my triangle is the diameter, and the other edge is on this one. So this is on the circumference. And this is the diameter. Well, in that case, if we have a little triangle like that, see, do you know where this is going? This angle here will always be 90 degrees. Okay, always, no matter where that point is, as it moves around, it's always 90 degrees. We're going to use that. Okay, now let's come across here and do our tangent drawing. Now you can do this drawing, you can kind of memorize the steps if you need to, but if you can see where this is going, then it's going to make all of your tangent drawings much easier to do. So we'll just do ourselves another circle. Again, do a decent sized circle. Easy to work with. So there we go. Oops, that's... Now when your board is as old and crusty as mine, one of the problems is there's so many holes in it, it does slide a bit sometimes. So there we go. There's another lovely great big circle. We'll just check our focus on that. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick a point. I'll stick the point there, anywhere on it, okay, just somewhere out of the way. So let's look at our steps. See if we squeeze our steps in down here. So our 1, we're going to join P to the center of the circle. Just like we did over here, actually. So let's go and do that. I won't do it in orange because this isn't a normal. So there is P into the center of the circle. Now I'm trying to create this situation here. Okay, so as you can imagine, this one here is going to be my tangent. This here, this line, is going to be my normal, which makes this my point. Okay, or certainly where the point is going to hit on the circle. So this there is the point of contact where it hits the circle. And this is P. Alright, and we know that the normal goes into the center, so this is my center. This is what we're building up here. There's the center over here. So all I need to do is find this guy. Well, what can I do? Certainly, I would love to draw this circle because that's what helped me do the whole thing. So in order to draw the circle, I need to find the center. Well, that's going to be halfway along. So I am going to bisect line 1, which is just the line I drew in step 1. Now, if you remember your little bisecting skills, stick the compass in here, bigger than half. That's actually quite a lot bigger than half, but it doesn't really matter, it works anyway. There we go. Just have to bring that out a little bit more. You can do it a little less dramatic than that if you like. And we'll just go through these 2 points here. And there's my center. Okay, so this point here is like this point. So let's draw the circle. Now, you can keep doing it in the bottom. I'm not going to do that because it's going to go over all my instructions and so on and a little bit off the page. So I'm just going to do the tangent going this way. It's going to be something like that. All right, but equally the whole same thing works going down in the bottom. So now that I got my center drawn, I can see that this is going to be my point of contact. And there's my normal. And my tangent is right there. Again, the tangent might go on past it and so on, but that is just our step there. I did jump past 1 or 2 of those little steps, and I was worried about where to fit them on the page, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to go there. That'll fit in there. So 3 is draw a circle. 4, find point of contact, and 5, I'm going to see if we can see this one here. 5, tangent is P to the point of contact. And I think we just about got that in the video. Fantastic. So there we go. These are our 2 different tangent constructions. That one's fairly straightforward. This one is a little bit of work, just 5 steps. This is why it works. Okay, you don't have to know that, but it does make it a bit easier as we get into more complicated ones. Even if that's confusing you a small bit, that's okay for today. Once you remember these 5 steps, all right, connect at the center, bisect, draw the semicircle, and then we can connect P to the point of contact, and we have our tangent. Sometimes you'll want your normal instead, and it's just the opposite. Okay, and you see that these two guys are 90 degrees to each other. Right, that's one. I'll do a little video later on for a slightly more complex problem. Off you go.